Yo, what's cracking, man? It's your boy, Corey, aka Valedictorian. Check and dig, man. I think that with this clip show that I'm doing, with these clips that I'm bringing to YouTube world, I want to be uh, a beacon of good knowledge, of sound advice, of being able to give you a perspective that you can really do. You feel me? So my thing is this, man. I believe that at the source of everything, at the core of everything, when it comes to men and women and how we relate with each other, and everybody wants to have that great relationship. Everybody wants to have that productive relationship where you're able to grow, where you're able to do the things that you want to do, where you be able to build, where you can be able to trust. Okay, and I know all these things, like I said, is hard for some to imagine it. It's hard for some to, put that guard down and come into situations more open with the opposite sex. Now, I'm just speaking to both parties. I'm speaking to men and women, women and men, okay? The core of it is not just one thing. It's a multitude of things that I believe will get us on the right track and do everything that we need to do as far as being, you know, operating productively as a unit. Um, Contrary to the popular belief and contrary to the belief that people just basically regurgitate from social media, men and women, we deserve to be with each other. We were made to complement each other, to be able to, support each other, to be able to do the things we need to do. Now, I know that there's, you got so many different spheres of thought out there, the manosphere, and then you got the blue pill, red pill, purple pill, and you got, women who, kind of on the extremities of feminism. Then you got the mild ones that's kind of, that talk the 50-50, and then they have the thing about men providing totally 100%, and then women, what they're supposed to. Look, everybody has a preference for what they like. Everybody has a vision for what they like, but this is the thing. You got to have clear, concise communication. I know that's a cliche thing. It's been said all the time, but a lot of people don't do it, okay? What I mean by communication is a two-way street. I know that's another cliche thing, right? That people need to just understand that not only do you have to make your intentions clear, or your desires clear, you have to be able to have active listening skills when your partner or when you're the person that you're with communicates things back. Now, a lot of it, I'm going to tell you, with men, we are more direct. You know what I'm saying? There are women who can communicate directly and everything, but most times they are more overt. You have to kind of see what's not been said. You have to kind of see things that isn't necessarily said straight out. And a lot of men don't take heed to that, you know what I'm saying? Which is the reason for it is because we're not built like that. Our minds are not built to catch that. You have to have practice and always being able to see it. I say all that to say this. Look, we can be able to avoid so many issues, especially when it's the beginning stage. Now y'all probably like, who's this dude? Look, I've went through a lot of courting. I've had, hookups and relationships and all that throughout my life. I'm currently married, going on 7 years of marriage, and we courted each other for 3 or 4. Actually, I believe it's 5 years. So, been with my lady for 12 years, married for 7. And so I feel like I'm not the expert, but I know that I've seen the ups and downs, the ins and outs, the good and the bad, and I'm gonna keep on seeing it, because life is something that you have to keep on adjusting yourself. You can't just be one way and then expect to just breeze through life easily. I say all that to say this. So between men and women and men, I think the first thing for us to have better relationships or a better way to look at things is that we got to look at how to actually relate with each other, and I said that's with the communication. Communication is huge. Now, there are some people on both sides. There are men and women who will use that and not try to get a productive outcome. They will try to use communication skills or the lack thereof to either weaponize against basically to form control, or they will just be like, hey, I don't really care. This is who I am. This is how I'm going to be. And my partner is going to have to adjust to me. There's a lot of men and women that think like that. But I'm just going to leave you with this, because this is going to be a quick one. Don't you think it would be better for both men and women to just not be, the optimal place is where both of the sexes operate in a cooperative mindset instead of just, what can I get out of this? I think that's the worst thing that's really crippled relationships across the board. I'm just going to say it, especially with African Americans. They're crippling each other. It's crippling. The reason why it's crippling is because we have been programmed to be so much as far as a selfish mindset and a selfish outlook. If both sides were to totally turn away from, okay, how can I help myself? How can I upgrade me and utilize this person to help me do it? If we went away from that thinking and went more towards how can I cohabitate? How can I compliment my significant other? How can I do the best with me to help them up, and vice versa, them doing the same? Do you know how beautiful that is? A lot of people look at that as a foreign concept because all you've been doing in your life is using, instead of helping and supporting. But that's not everybody. It's just something that, like I said, in this modern world, that's what we deal with. I believe men and women belong with each other. Even if you don't want a man, or you don't want a lady, you know what I mean? We deserve to be able to work alongside each other and to be able to relate with each other, even if it's not, sexual. So just dropping that to y'all peeps. Much love to the people. Much love to the YouTube world. This is your boy Corey, aka Valedictorian. Head of class sessions. You dig? We getting it.